You spent a bunch of time building a sales funnel, planning out a marketing campaign, building a webinar, all the pages in your funnel, setting up the offer, creating your course, and you spent months and months and months and months building something only to find you're just at the moment to launch and everything changed. You're going to constantly be left in this hamster wheel of getting stuck and never actually moving forward just because the industry is constantly moving forward. So we've got to have the ability to test something very, very quickly. So much in this world of marketing is around speed, you know? You might have heard this phrase before, but marketing moves fast. It does. Things are changing, evolving. Something that worked 6 months ago might not work anymore. Something that worked a year ago might be completely different. Okay, everything's moving so fast. So we need the ability to test something very, very quickly. Okay, and I'm going to kind of answer this for you because I'm confident that many of you fall into this category. You spent a bunch of time building a sales funnel, planning out a marketing campaign, building a webinar, all the pages in your funnel, setting up the offer, creating your course, and you spent months and months and months and months building something only to find you're just at the moment to launch and everything changed, right? Yeah, and I see Michelle says all years, you know? And then by the time you launch, everything changed and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to relearn some of the stuff. I've got to go back to something that I already implemented and I've got to change some stuff now. And then by the time you make those changes, you've got to go back over. If we spend months building everything that we're building in our business, you're going to constantly be left in this hamster wheel of getting stuck and never actually moving forward just because the industry is constantly moving forward. So we've got to have the ability to test something very, very quickly. And I think this is why some of the other strategies out there are just more difficult and challenging, okay? Because, you know, you think about even just organic marketing. Just think about how that's changed. It's unbelievable. I mean, I remember, and I mentioned it, 10 years ago when I used to get videos ranked on the first page of YouTube. And I used to get my videos on YouTube ranked on the first page of Google, believe it or not. And it was quite easy back then. It's not as hard, it's not as easy now. If you want to try and get a video ranked on the first page of Google for a popular keyword, it's going to take a very long time. And I used to do the same with websites too. I used to build a very simple one-page website with a single article on that website. And then I would do some backlinking and do some bits and pieces. And within a couple of days, I could sometimes have a website ranking on the first page of Google. Again, that was 10 years ago. It's nowhere near as easy as that now. And organic stuff takes a very long time. If you're trying to get some traffic from a blog post, think about this. Think about how long it's going to take you to test that idea, right? And now, for those of you that have ever put together an article or a blog post, let me know, realistically, don't tell me porkies, realistically, how long would it take you to write an article or a blog post that you feel very happy with? Okay, I'm not talking about total pen to paper time. I'm talking about how many days, because you're going back over it, you know, you're thinking about it, you're sleeping on it, you're coming back, you're checking grammar, you know, you're making sure it's ready to put out. Okay, 6 months, 3 weeks, 1 day, 3 days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 week, 5 days, 60 minutes, says Greg, very good. 4 hours, 1 day, okay. So the average I'm seeing there is somewhere between 1 day and 1 week, okay? So that's how long it took you to write the article. Now you have no guarantee if anyone's even going to see that article, because now you've got to post it on your blog. So you've got to post that on WordPress, make sure it's all set up as it should be. Now you've got to do some backlinking, or maybe you won't even do that, you're just hoping that Google finds you. And now how long do you think it's going to take before someone sees that article? Could be weeks, could be never. So the content of that article and the call to action that you have at the end, which might be to grab your lead magnet or opt into your webinar, or whatever the case may be, you've either got to wait weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks to see if this article actually worked and got some attention, or you find out weeks later that your article didn't even get ranked and, you know, you got no traffic anyway. Send you back to the drawing board. Oh, well, I better write another one, you know? Or think about plugging people into the Facebook group. You know, you might be creating a Facebook group and you're spending days, weeks, months building some engagement in the Facebook group and posting loads of content. I'm not going to sell them anything just yet. I'm going to post loads of content. I'm just going to warm up my audience. You've probably heard that before. People talk about it. Going to warm up my audience. What does that even mean? We need to make some money. We need to get some clients. We need to make some sales. Warm them up for weeks and months. Then eventually you sell something in the Facebook group and no one really takes it. And you're like, oh, well, I just literally wasted months doing that. Okay. So think about reaching out on social media, you know, and starting conversations. Again, the whole process starts again. You're spending all this time engaging with people, you know, on Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook, starting conversations. Weeks and weeks go by and you're just hoping someone converts. There's so many more examples. The reality is with a YouTube ad, you can turn an ad on and within 24 to 48 hours, you'll know if it's the right angle or not, okay? We can find an audience, we can record a YouTube ad, we can turn the thing on, and we can spend a bit of money and we can see, within 24 to 48 hours, we can see, is that ad effective? Is it hooking the attention of the people that I want? Are they clicking through to come to my website? Are they buying something? Yes, fantastic. Let's spend some more and let's scale this thing. No. Okay, good. I found that out in 24 hours. So now I can cancel that campaign, rethink it, do another one. 24 hours. We can be testing till eventually we find that winner that's the 6 or the 7 figure idea. Okay. Or the 6 or the 7 figure angle that we need to use inside of our ads. Okay. So now imagine spending just days, not months or years to test new ideas and actually find the winner. You're going to find a winner so much quicker. Okay, is this making sense with everyone?